Alright. Alright. Good evening. Another attempt. And, I was already saying that I wasn't really happy with this setup, but I think I'll just take the War Spear. Which the War Spear is several targets at once. So the first hit is slow, but everything else is rather quick. Right, I think I can take that. Don't forget the scrolls. I need to look out more for the scrolls. Because I do kinda tend to miss them. Also, love that. Otherwise, yeah, basically the exact same plan as always. Get to the giant, try and kill him. With going through the Morris of the Banished for the tick weapon. Not entirely sure yet what attribute I'm gonna go for. Honestly, that crit isn't bad, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be very bad against bosses. Because bosses generally just tend to like be on their own. And the giant doesn't even summon ads. So I will probably just have to switch that out for something else before fighting him. But yeah, the combo, the hit speed, honestly, not actually that bad. On the War Spear. Honestly, the hold to attack was probably one of the best things anybody told me about this game. Because I'm like, regardless of how fast I hit the button, barely got the 30 kills on. Very nice. Regardless of how fast I push the button, I never attack as fast as with that. As with that. Whip. That's a no. There's a scroll, but I don't. Yeah, this is just a dead end. Firebrand's new. I don't really like the Firebrand, similar to the what are they called? The ice shot that shoots ice at you. That was the single worst elite power-up you could have chosen. They guarantee a crit for your enemy. But yeah. Similar to the ice shot, I don't like the arc it uses. Shop. Okay, survival. I don't have money. Actually, I do have a little bit of money, but not enough. Nick, gonna need, like, I don't think you can ever go shop if you have not at least like 5k. I think the only things that cost less than 5k are the chicken and the chicken and the kebab. Oh well, like the big heal and small heal, because now I have to. Now I have not only chicken and kebab, now I also have like pastries and actual chicken and turkey. And guts. And like a human eyeball. Some of those foods are not like the others. Anyway. 30 kills was achieved. Oh, bow stick. I'm gonna take that. Bonk. Time for bonk stick. I will keep the frostbite out for now. Actually, let me... None of them is cursed, but I don't think I see whether the next area is cursed before I go into it. Anyway, I'm not gonna take the frostbite yet, because I want to avoid the gank situations that I run into in the prison depths now and then, where I just pull all of them at once and then they all hit me once and then I die. Would like to avoid that. Good. Let's see. Gold shield. Sure. Now I actually need to make sure I actually parry with the gold shield. Unfortunately, I don't think parrying with the gold shield gives you the crit on the other thing. Gives you the crit on the stick. I think you actually need to parry with the stick. Even though you can basically transmute enemies into gold with that. Right. I still do have some time. It is not yet boss cell 5, I don't have the melees. So I will just go through a bit slower. Honestly, I do like parrying, but I feel like if you have a time trial, then you can't rely on the parries because the enemies sometimes kind of just don't get ready. They just don't attack you in time. Okay, so there's the prison depths. It is not cursed, at least not more cursed than usual. Congratulations. No 60 kills this time, probably because I failed to parry there. Bonk stick still great. Also, a lot of mushrooms here. I did not roll into the spikes. I have apparently learned my lesson. Okay, that's the morass. I could actually maybe still get the 60 kills. It is still possible. Alright. No 60 kills. I do appreciate that you can just dodge out of its hit animations. That is very much appreciated. Also, where do I go? I'm gonna unlock the teleporter down at the prison depths, and then I'm gonna go to the left. And hope for more scrolls. Well, there's a scroll fragment I should pick up. Also, I can check the shop. There was the scissors, which I do appreciate a lot more now than I did previously. Apparently they just kind of missed me with the melee attacks because I did not dodge them. And I did not parry them. Right. This one I dodged just by accident. I have a feeling that the third hit kind of hits harder than the first two. Have I been? I have not been everywhere here. Now I have. Alright. Down. I think... Yeah, shop. Do you offer me... Victims, slow down. Are you... You have more general DPS, but no correct. On the other hand... Scissor. I can appreciate the range that I like. That's an enormous scissor. Snap. 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 Also, funny animation. Oil sword, that's a no. And a challenge room. Yeah. So the 60 kills, no. We'll take survival. No. Mother... Yeah, well, I'm just gonna go down. Maybe it was not worth it. Oh well. There should still be some... There should still be... I don't think I've found any wall chicken yet. So, that should still be around. Okay, this is also kinda neat for birds. Because the first hit is just a massive arch. I thought I parried those. Okay, I'm gonna have a sip. Fucked up a lot of dodges there. Get me the cells. Hopefully get through at least the first boss. Hello! How are you today? I don't think I'll take anything. I have my wonderful trusty bear traps. Does the scissor ignore shields? I don't think it should. At least I don't think it says it anywhere. Right. Guts for 15% heal. I'll take that. Further to the left. That is the last area. There's a cursed chest, which I should probably grab that first, directly after dealing with this asshole. Okay, you know what? Maybe... Actually, I think I'm just gonna nab it now. Alright, cursed chest. Let's go. I like the scissors. Honestly, when I first got the scissors, I wasn't too impressed, but... they're kinda neat. Also, the special effect of the scissors, like the weapon trait, is whenever you kill anything, you kill everything else that you hit. So if you hit multiple things and one dies, everything dies. And it has a funny animation. That much is true. One more enemy. Wonderful. You get it from the... You get this one. This is not a blueprint you find. You get this one given by the... by the dude who cuts your hair. No, by the dude who cuts your... who gives you, like, the skins. Where you can choose the different skins. Skills... Are you better than what I have? Generates a toxic cloud. Yeah, you are better than what I have. I'll take that. How many kills? 12. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Off to the prison then. The one who cuts your hair, like, gives you different heads. You get that from the... You get a comb from her. I still don't know how to pronounce that word correctly. C-O-M-B. Snip. Yep. And the enemies also, they get cut in half. Like, I don't know why they put so much effort in this weapon, but they did. Right, damned vigor. No, not even by a long shot. Like, there are specific skins you get for beating a boss flawlessly, so without taking any damage. And the only one I've managed to do that on was the Concierge. So, like, literally the first boss you meet on the Black Bridge. Alright, that's the curse gone. Yeah, it does. The Queen's Rapier, though, is a lot harder to get. Since you have to beat the servants. The 3 servants, in the lighthouse. It took me forever to beat them. It took me just ages. And then, the first time I lay eyes upon the Queen, I immediately beat her. But yeah, that's what I mean. I cut the green dude in half, and because of that, the annoying factory also died. Who's pointing to me? Congratulations. The Queen's Rapier is a lot of fun to use, though. What do we get? 97%. It's an upgrade. 2x jumps and downward attacks burn the ground. Yep. This is the first time I have not taken damage from that. Ow. Well, so much for that. Yeah, like... the fact that they kind of just switch around, and then here, Aston told me that depending on who you beat as the third one, like who you beat last, you get a different weapon for each of them. So it's probably what I'm gonna do after I beat the giant. Snap. Snap. Love it. Also, I can imagine that just getting hit with a massive scissor like that would in fact hurt pretty much. Lucky parries. Some money. Stupid bird. Ah, shit. The rapier, though, does not cut the enemies in half, if I recall correctly. That was an easy. Easy elite. These guys sometimes still provide me issues. I do have a shield. The second slot, that's the parry shield. It's actually one of my more it's actually one of my more liked shields. Like, I really like the parry shield. The parry shield, the punishment, and the spiked shield. Those are my favorites, because I like when enemies take damage. Awesome. That wolf trap is still around, huh? Yeah, wonderful. I had hoped there was food in that. Yep. That's a shield. So the parry shield, the spike shield is basically, if you don't have them yet, when you block a melee attack, you deal extra damage back to enemies. The punishment is general. Whenever you parry, you deal damage to every enemy around you, like in an AoE. And the parry shield is for parrying ranged attacks. If you parry ranged attacks with that, you throw back more projectiles. All three of them basically just amplify the damage you can do. And I love them. I love them for it. What do we have? The nail. Like, I'm not gonna take either of those, unfortunately. I am full. And then, Morass of the Banished. Grab another carrot. And now we can take the frostbite to annoy people. I don't even remember where you get the parry shield from. How much damage do you deal? Wait, how do I get... Ah, like that. Stun target. Like, none. Alright, now. Ow. The fuck? Oh, there it is! Rhythm Bouzouki. That's a reference to something, but I don't know what. The use of the self-damage flask is to self-damage yourself. Like, there are mutations and a weapon that trigger whenever you take damage. And for that it's basically like there's a mutation whenever you take damage, you get additional damage. You deal like 60% more damage for a while. Or there's the Spite Sword, which is you do critical hits if you've taken damage in the last like 8 seconds. And it's for those. Also, it's a reference to Blasphemous, which is one of the best games I've ever played. Alright. Also, it gives you passive damage reduction, like an amulet. Like, if you have it equipped, it just gives you damage reduction. Ow. Now, what I need to do is get to the collector as fast as I can. Hate those guys. Snip. Okay. Apparently I deal a lot of damage right now. I'm gonna skip that. I think I don't really care about the boss all that much. I'm mostly just focused on getting this blueprint home. Alright, there's a drop-down point. I think that's probably like a chest. Yep. Another cursed chest. But no, I'm just gonna leave the second I can. Okay. That is honestly kinda just ridiculous. And they just die passively. Also good. Snip. Snip. All of them in just one hit. Absolutely lovely. So the frostbite thing actually works really well. Yeah, the scissor is enormous. To be fair, most of the work is currently being done by the frostbite, I'm pretty sure. But the scissor definitely helps. Okay, so I found the nest. I can leave right now. And hand in that blueprint. Ooh. Yeah, I'll take this and this. How much health do I have? 92%. That's honestly, you know what? Fuck it. Give me that. My favorite chop. Oh, damage is also really good. Have you seen, like, the small mushrooms that run around in the dilapidated arboretum, the ones that get thrown? If you kill them, you can get the little mushroom boy as, like, a skill. And he just follows you around. And you can blow him up in that spot. And if you do it, you don't have to fight the Mother Tick boss. So you can basically just use that to skip the boss fight if you have the correct skill for it. I think either the guys in the mushroom give you this, or there's a, like... Or it's in a story room in this area. One of the two. Motherfucker, can you stop running away? Yeah, basically, you just go into that sacrifice and you blow him up, and then you don't have to fight the Mother Tick. Which, I did that once, but I don't think Mother Tick is hard. Is that hard? So... Whether it's worth it is a different question. You get an achievement for it. That much I remember. Alright. Inflicts critical hits if you strike it rather than the last hit repeats indefinitely if you keep the tempo going. Gonna keep me there on one for the future. Okay, let's see if I can wipe her out like last time. Though the scissors I don't think are... I feel like the... Definitely have enough range for it. Okay, we're doing this again. This is the phase I take mostly damage in the fight against the Mother Tick. The one from below, because I have difficulty seeing when they come up. Also, I forgot I should send those out just for the damage increase. Also, if you have problems dealing with her, she is really easy to parry, because you always have to just hit the parry when her scythe turns yellow. Oh, yeah, I didn't even know I ignored the extractor for a long while. Mad Tech outfit. Because I didn't want to bring it along for the later areas. But I may have to reconsider that. Anyway, 500 souls into the S quality. And then off to the graveyard. Actually, where can I go? Stilt Village, that is cursed. Fractured Shrines, that is incentivized. And I do kinda like the Fractured Shrines. And this is, I believe, the graveyard which was cursed. Okay, Fractured Shrines it is. That should at least guarantee me a legendary. Maybe a good legendary to fight the giant with. Ah, fuck, you're here. I hate those stupid bird boys. I do like the snake guys. I wonder why the snake guys only show up here in this area. Right, so I have found the food shop. The Rockstar one. I'm not gonna get the instrument right now because I already have a good weapon I can use. Mother... Fuck. Okay. I got kind of clapped there. But I have to take weapon, so I can try that now. It also means I can now again follow a different path. What do we have? Do I take the scythe? Do I take the greatsword? I think I could take the greatsword. What do you have? Cannot be interrupted, shoots in front of you. Okay. I'm gonna have to try that instrument, but I just need... I made sure that I have enough so that I only have to add 1 soul. And because of that, I can simply just nab it. Oh yeah, I have the stun shield, don't I? Not as much range as I'd hoped the shield would have, the sword would have. Actually, it's kind of a lower ranged weapon. Like, comparatively. To, like, the scissor is, I think, the longest range melee weapon I've known. Yeah, the problem is always that the problem I have is that while it is indeed fun to kick them down in this area, that also means you have to use the sandals either before or after. Which... they're not that fun in the other biomes. I don't think I'll get the 30 kills in this case. Toxic sewers. And there's the hunter grenade. I'm gonna bring the hunter grenade along a lot more now. Just so I can nab blueprints I don't have yet. Should have done that, like, always, but I kind of just didn't. This is the Arboretum. Yeah. I'm not gonna go to the Arboretum this time. I'm gonna go to the outskirts, I believe. Outskirts, I'd say. Stupid rat. What do we have? Survival weapons. There's the scissors again. I do like the stun shield. The stun shield is great. It's probably one of my favorite, more liked shields. It's not. Oh well, the blood shield is better because it deals damage to enemies. I mean, all shields do when you parry, but this one a little bit more. Right, so there's the promenade. There's an attack boost. I don't want that. Right. To Castlevania then. And since now, I at least try to. Inflicts critical hits if I strike at the right time. The last hit repeats in okay. Okay, you cannot use that. You cannot use that with the hold to hit. I immediately notice. Wait, how does this work? Okay, whenever the note shows up, you have to hit it. I'm not good with QuickTime events like that. It is interesting, and I think that the last hit is probably just a massive AoE. But... Not sure. I'll have to see how that performs. To be fair, there's something to be said about just slapping people with a guitar. That I can't really complain about. And I feel like you don't have to hit all that often. But I feel like the sound is gonna get annoying real quick. That sound is... I don't really like that sound. Ooh, Hokuto's bow. Unfortunately, not my current attributes. Yeah, no, I don't. Absolutely don't like that sound. Like, if you master that thing, it's probably really good, but I'm not good with rhythm. Bong. Yeah, no, honestly, I'd rather have the scissors again. Oh, survival weapons. I can only afford one of them. Giant Killer 7S, I think I'll take that. And then just hope to get the... Okay, Corrupted Prison, I could go to them. And if I get 7,000 gold, I can also bring the scissors along. Not entirely sure how I feel about it. Some money. What is down here? Shop. Triple kill. Alright. There's a shop. Skills. Survival. Stun grenade if I could afford it. If I could afford the stun grenade, I would immediately just take it. I cannot afford it with this either. I can recycle that. I don't necessarily need the scissors, I just would like to have them. But I think I should definitely be able to get enough money for at least the stun grenade. Yep. Have a carrot. Die, skeleton. Yeah, okay, so that's enough for the stun grenade. And there's a challenge room. I'm gonna go run through that real quick. And hopefully I'll not die. But that should give me... does give me a scroll, and it should give me a new option for an amulet. Poison enemies to wound you. Yeah, I'll take that. And more survival. Fuck. These are the ones I hate the most. Wait a second, how the fuck? Ah, like this. Okay. Yeah, I took a little bit of damage, but not enough that I'd care about it. attack me. Haha. Giant Slayer also kind of growing on me. Though the third attack is, like... The third attack is really long. And now I need the... Now I once again need the need to reroll the giant killer into dealing more dealing the slow thing. Well, I woke him up. And then Touche. Okay, that is not bad. The giant killer does crit against, but it deals 4 times its normal damage on a crit. Okay. Okay, chill. I think I know that I take the stun grenade. And then I just need to find like a target I can still suck with the hunter grenade. Also, I'm a better backstabber than him. Oh, well. Would you look at that? Well, that makes this easier. That means I can actually get the scissors. Right, I'm actually just gonna walk. Okay, are there any more scrolls about? There's some scroll fragments. Unfortunately, not much else here. It is exactly what I wanted. Stun grenade, already one of my favorites, but even better for the hunter grenade. Honestly, that should have dealt more damage, as it was a plunge attack. Yeah, the third hit is really slow. And I have nowhere near enough to buy me a flask charge. So for the Lancers, I kind of have to, because I don't one-shot the Lancers. Like, it's not a great weapon against normal enemies. Though it is interesting that you can switch direction of the direction of the third hit while the hit is going. Wonderful. That's a third one. Then, what do we have down here? Ossuary. That's not where I want to go. And then this is just the end. Right. Where do I go? I think... Corrupted Prison. I think I'll buy these scissors. And then I don't actually need to reroll the giant. The giant killer because I'll reroll the scissors instead. Alright. Now then, give me the damned vigor. And reroll the scissors. Unfortunately, not enough money to reroll them a lot more. So, no frostbite tactic for now. Damned vigor instead. Wait a second. Okay, you cannot carry it forward. Let's also see what the chest offers. Chest offers an electric whip. Bleeding, slow down, shoot an arrow, nah. Honestly, having that on a survival might not be the worst thing. Like, I have a feeling that most of the survival and brutality and tactics weapons, if they scale off of survival, already a lot better than they normally are. Simply because you have more health. Now, I need to remind myself not to you should have been stunned. Not to forget my giant killer. Need to keep the giant killer in mind for later. It would, yeah. If I got the slow on them with that reroll, it would have been so good. Would have been amazing. But now I look at it, the corrupted prison has some of my least favorite enemies inside. Namely the weird birds and the slime blobs. Right, so you need to die. The elite teleported in and they immediately got snipped in half. Lovely stuff. Alright, shop. Survival skills, but not really. I'm also surprised that none of the enemies here have any items any blueprints I could still grab. Also, that's a legendary flint. Like, I don't think you get any better than a legendary flint. It's one of the best legendary effects you have in the game. Also, another challenger. Which is the best thing about that, is that he was technically invulnerable at that time because he was shielded from the dummy that I cut in half. Ooh, no damage. Absolutely take that. Stun grenade. Then Why even stun them if they just get one shot? Flint is so... The legendary Flint is so good. Yeah. What do we have here? The cleaver. Just sell it. Okay. Now I need a teleport, please. There is no teleport here. Also, where do I go next? Dracula's castle. And the ossuary are both cursed. So the third option is probably gonna be... which I think is... the ramparts. Haven't been there in a while again. Did I get a blueprint? No. Right, reroll Flint. Victims slow down all nearby enemies when they die. Perfect. Then, get me the soldier's resistance for health. Oh, sure, I'll go to the bank. Alright, let's see it. Oh yeah. Just leave the giant killer here. And go slap people with the flint. Also, I can get... Good elite. Good elite. I just saw I can get a blueprint from the birds. So I may want to do that. There are also some other enemies here still that I can get blueprints from. What do you offer me? Cluster grenades. You know what? I'm gonna leave them here for a second because I may be able to grab them later. Nope. Huh. Well. I killed him too quickly. I see a problem that I might have with the flint when I'm trying to grab things. Bonk. What is this? A dagger of profit. That sounds like a... I feel like all of the blueprints you get in the bank have something to do with, like... at least, like, tangentially related to money. And now I can freely and without worry absolutely just slap the shit out of people with my flint. Because no longer need I worry about blueprints. Though I'm pretty sure the gold golem would still give me one. Bonk. Bonk. Absolutely ridiculous, this thing. Bonk. Like, the scissor is really good, but it might be a close second to Legendary Flint. But Legendary Flint kind of just wins out. I think I'll just keep it with the stun grenade. Ooh, there's a scroll of power I missed. Bonk. Now these guys also can still drop a blueprint. Unfortunately, they appear not to have the best drop rate. The Legendary Flint is so stupid because it's like every hit you do is both a crit and an AoE. And like, there is nothing the enemy can do about it. I also may have enough money to get me a flask charge. And I will attempt the big challenge at the end of this. Like, I will attempt it once. Like, sometimes you one-shot multiple enemies at once with this thing. It's so good. And you don't even have to charge it like the normal Flint. But yeah, the Legendary Flint is actually one of the more fun legendary effects that you can get. Absolutely love this thing. Like, I'm not gonna exchange that either. The only thing I might do is get a different shield, but that's about it. Oh yeah, there's the exit. Bonk. Absolutely splattered. Alright. I know there is a food shop on this area. I know that for a fact. You apparently can still just charge it. I don't think it does anything. Bonk. Bonk. Oh. Alright, more scrolls. Anything down here? No. There's an elite, we will probably just like hit him with, kill him with 3 shots or something. Just about. Unfortunately, I also took damage. No. I have a feeling I should probably go visit the food shop. Before going for the like vault at the end. There's a scroll fragment I still need to nab. And then I hope to kill the giant killer. There's a mimic somewhere. That's fine. Hey, if you have overwhelming power, like, all I have, like, literally all I have is a hammer. Everything is a nail. Right. I'm gonna give it one attempt. Explorer's instinct is active. Haha! That's a colorless sinew slicer. Damage to stun target, which we do. Victims remains explode. Drops a grenade. What is this? Damage to stun target. Damage to frozen oil. Spreads inflammable oil. No. You know what? I prefer the sinew slicer. So that was a very good run. Now, I'm gonna go grab the... Do I care about those 250 gold? Not really. Right. Back here. Fuck. No. No, fuck. Wrong direction. I wanted to go down. And one more. Alright. 2,600. Is that a tenth of what I have? Like, the entire room is just empty. To be fair, that is mostly possible because of the teleport that the enemies do with the frostbite. So I'm glad I have that. Also, where's the food shop? I could just check, couldn't I? The shop is up there. Ooh, thank God. Like, ooh. Seismic strike. That's a skill, isn't it? Right, I'm gonna take a croissant, I'm gonna take a flask charge. Now I'm looking a lot better than before. Punk. Ooh, free kebab. Like, I'm currently hitting for 18,000. There's another challenge room. Like, I'm seriously just hitting for 15,000. I don't think enemies here have more than like 4,000 health. What are you? 2 and 1? No. And then more survival. I have not had this set up yet. And we go back to precision jumps. Hey up. Well, that was not successful. But, like, percentage-wise, it didn't really deal all that much damage. And I have enough money to buy me a... what is it called? Good morning! Or good evening! So, what do we... I want to go to the shop again. How are you today? I got the ukulele, or like guitar, or whatever the weapon is. I can see why you say it's probably really good for applying the thing. Or like abusing it because of the AoE on the crit, but I don't think I could use it all that well. Anyway. Grab me the giant killer. And then we're gonna leave. Exit the bank. Fuck, my leg hurts. Oh yeah, I should give you the blueprints. No, it's a melee weapon. Provokes terrestrial shockwaves. Put up to 1 remaining in. Wonderful. Now, where do we go? Insufferable Crypt or the Black Bridge? Oh yeah, I'm not even at the first boss yet. You know what? Fuck it, Black Bridge. Like the Wolf Trap or the Root Grenade, they can't move. They can still attack, but they can't move. Concierge, I have not seen you in so long. I have the giant killer to kill giants. I will use it to kill giants. Perfect. I don't want this. I don't want the whoop. I don't want this thing. Double crossbow medic. So now is the question of whether I can actually make it to the giant. Also, if you have never done a flawless one before, you always get a legendary. Fires twice as many bullets, shoots a volley of arrows, 4 damage to burning. You know what? It's better than having a deployable standing around. Also, Easton. I hope it's fine if we call it that. I think I'm gonna go the Sepulchre. If it's not cursed, which I could actually just check. Is it cursed? No. Or like, at least the graveyard isn't. I can go there from the Slumbering Sanctuary. I can go there from everywhere apparently. I think I'm gonna go to the Fractured Shrine. No, I can go to the graveyard. Like right now, I can go to the graveyard. And I hope that the Fractured Shrines aren't lying to me and I can actually go to the Sepulchre from there. Do I go to the shrines? You know what? No. Let's go to the Slumbering Sanctuary. Oh no, let's go to the Stealth Village. That one's probably the easiest. Oh no, you're right. I can't. Fuck, it's cursed. Oh, well, I should have looked it up. No, you're right. I can't go to the cavern because I can't go to the graveyard because I didn't go through the conjunctivius. All right. Okay, you know what? Where's the first portal? Oh, I'm just gonna leave it here. Honestly, getting the legendary flint massively helped. Curse immediately lifted. Just swinging wildly left to right and hope we hit something. Like, I don't think Silk Village is really the problem here. Bonk. Bonk. This thing is just still absolutely ridiculous. Basically, the giant killer, like there are a few weapons like the crossbow, etc., that you have to use 2 slots for. You can't put it in the backpack. And you can't put the giant kill in the backpack either. So I just have to leave it on the floor and pick it up later before I leave. What do we have here? Like, I'm not gonna replace the legendary flint, but I may replace the giant killer if I find something else that's good against bosses, which probably... Honestly, I feel like the legendary flint's just stronger, even against bosses. Ah, wonderful. 20,000. I don't know if I can get that, but I can at least, like, heal up a little bit. Just look at this. Absolutely ridiculous. No, there's the key room, but have I been in there yet? I think... No, I wasn't. I have not been in there. There's another elite. Bonk. Bonk. I still don't know whether I like that the frostbite tactic works. This thing is so ridiculous. Oh. Deserved. There's the keyhole. Right, so... I'm just gonna go net my giant killer and put it closer to the portal. And then I'll have to go above the platform. Because I'm pretty sure I need 2 keys for the... I'm pretty sure I need 2 keys to get to the sepulcher. What do you offer us then? A trident? No. Bad experiences with that. I don't think there's any other weapon, except the scissor could probably recreate this absolute destruction. Though I doubt it would one-shot bosses this easily. What is actually the scissors legendary effect? I kind of have to check that. Oh, 15%. Damage reduction instead of 20. I'll take that. Instead of 10. Okay, so there is to the Sepulchre. That is a no. No, I don't think there's anything else relevant to the right. And then if I recall correctly, there are no enemies in the door with the rooms. $28,000 damage. Casually. Absolutely ridiculous, this thing. Alright. Let's go grab the giant killer. Technically it should still deal more damage against bosses, against the giant specifically. Oh yeah, right, there's a food vendor, I forgot. I already know where he is actually. He's over to the left. Unfortunately not enough for a flask charge. I think it's this one. Nope, that's the weapon. Over here. No weapon, but I can get me... Well, I should have just got me the watermelon. Alright, then. To the portal. And to the Sepulchre. And then in the Sepulchre I will probably like leave the scissors behind. For the light. That was the wrong door. Sepulchre is down, I believe. I think the Sepulchre is always behind those statues. And of course it's fucking cursed. Any blueprint? No. Then... the Sepulchre is always scary. Look at it. Even the air tries to kill you. Get me that instead of the Scarecrow sickles for now. And then... I'm just gonna leave the giant killer here to remind me to go grab it. Scared anyway. It's the stupid King Scepter. It's not even a good weapon. Sup? Well, that was unfortunate. But I'm pretty sure there's a food merchant in here as well somewhere. It's just a scroll lying on the floor. Well. I was stupid to try and get that. To be entirely fair. What do we get? Oh, Queen's Rapier. No, that's Alucard's sword, isn't it? Ah, but it's probably the best option we have here. Alright. Well, I died due to my own stupidity. I can't really blame anything but myself. And this one's already not running great. Thankfully, Stun Grenade is here to save my ass. No. I already don't. I already didn't like any cursed things. The cursed sword is probably the only thing I will never in my life touch. The really weird thing about the cursed sword is that I don't think it's even that good for that negative point. Like, it's not even that great a weapon. Beat it with a cursed sword. Ah, oh, dude, I couldn't. It's still the Alucard's sword just has a really weird cadence. Okay. Yeah, maybe I need to try it at some point, but does it specifically need to be Poscel 5 for that achievement? Or can you just go on easy mode? Okay, that's the... Foresight is the purple card, right? I've already also been thinking about going back to easy mode just to grab all the blueprints using the Hunter Grenade, which I might actually just do at some point. That's a decoy. Where's the Hunter Grenade? That's the promenade. Oh, that's actually kind of... If you have it in your backpack, does it still curse you? Right, where do I go? I think I'm going to go to the toxic sewers. Actually, is there anything that's cursed? The dilapidated arboretum. I guess I'll go there because I'm pretty sure there's still some of the cursed enemies that I have to get the blueprint from. It does the curse, okay. Yeah, in that case, you should just use it, because why not? And the good thing about being cursed is that it really doesn't matter how much health you have, so you don't even need to go for survival. Social resistance, yeah. I thought I parried that. Not all the biomes. And to be fair, I specifically chose to go into this one because I wanted to go into a cursed biome. Okay, I cannot grab anything from him. I should have... No, I'm an idiot. I should have taken the damned vigor, no? Alucard sword, again, but better. It's actually not that much better, is it? Yeah. It's slightly better. Any more enemies down here? Knife dance is a no. Right, and there's a chest above. What do you offer me? Cards. That's a no. I think like this is probably one of my least favorite areas to be cursed in because of the plants. Okay, more health. Though actually I think I might want to take brutality instead. There's the prison depths. That's gonna be the next area I go to. But then I don't actually know if I want to go to the morass or the sewers. Give me a good weapon. That's not a weapon. Wait, what did I take? Yeah, that's it. Yep. That's from Alucard's sword. It's just its normal crit effect. And I frankly don't know if I like it all that much. The fuck? Where am I? Okay, I can go up. Now there should be the Mothers of the Banished here in a second. Yeah. Or, and now we go to the left to see if we have something else. Yeah, the problem is if you're currently standing in front of them, you have to wait until they turn around. Which is what I'm always kind of worried about. You. Indulgence. Oh, is that the Wrath of God-like thing? I think I've seen that once. But yeah, I do kind of like to see where I am and then remain in that position until I move away, and the Alucard sword kind of doesn't do that. Sometimes it sees enemies that I'm not even aware of and then just teleports me there. At which point I'm just kind of confused as to how I got there and why while I'm within like 6 different enemies. Right, give me brutality. Absolutely hate it. Do I just take the kunai? I just take the kunai. It's double ammunition. That I like to see. And then there's something down here. Fuck you and your spiky back. Okay, you need to die. This is probably the single worst type of elite for the kunai. Again. The absolute single worst type of enemy. Anyway, ukulele. Probably not gonna use it. By the way, I still can get the Tick outfit, the outfit blueprint from the Tick, because I never handed that in. So, I could technically still drop that. I had a chance to try the guitar, but I didn't have the frostbite. Because, and this might be the bigger problem there, I hit the blueprint. I kinda didn't like the sound it makes. That was actually the main issue, I don't like how it sounds. Alright, I think one run I can still do run. Tomorrow, I will not stream because tomorrow is board game meeting. Sadist Stiletto. Crossbow. I think I'll take the crossbow. Now, crossbow, what do you have? Cannot be interrupted, victim's remains explodes, and shoots an arrow behind you. Don't you take inflict on enemy? You burn. I like that more than the burn on the ground. Look, I also have a crossbow. What does this... The reload is mainly just for the legendary effect, I think. Which gives you the shield and to give you your ammo back, of course. Oh wait. The next shot inflicts a critical hit. Right. I just saw that my crossbow is now critting and I was wondering why. So in between fights you should always just go ahead and reload your crossbow, I guess. Nah. Bonk. Ooh, I love me some throwable objects, though. For the kill rhythm, I don't know, like... I feel like both are very slow, but if you have high enough kill rhythm, then you'd get probably really quick, huh? Never thought of that. The only weapon that I really think of with a kill rhythm is the tick scythe claws. To the right is probably the arboretum. Yeah, I called it. Oh, you can cancel it. Wait, how do you cancel it? Oh, whenever it does that sound, then you can just go ahead and just cancel it with an attack. That's good to know. I keep... Oh wait, I don't have the damage reduction, okay. I have played Warframe a long time ago. If you want to know how long ago, when I started playing it, there were only like 3 Warframes. All of the other Warframes that you can buy now, they have added afterwards. That's how long ago I played Warframe. But I'm also not really... There are 2 things in here. Interesting. I've never seen that before. I'm not one for, like, grinding games. Which is why I also don't play Monster Hunter. So, Warframe is not really my speed. But yeah, I've played it a long time ago. Alright, toxic sewers are incentivized. Grab the chicken. I also got the 30 kills. Grab the money. And then I'm just gonna go with the damned vigor, I guess. To that shop. Do I want to grab any weapons? Like, I'm really thinking about going with a giant kill and throwable object. Like this. Just love that thing way too much. Alright, Toxic Zero is done. And hope I don't die in poison. I played in a group with like 3 others for a while, and we were trying to exclusively kill people with a bow from stealth. Because for some reason the boat just one-shot everything. Can I get... Victims slow down all enemies when they die, and double damage. That doesn't really matter because I'm cursed anyway. Damage the vigor. Well, would you look at the bank? But yeah, I still need some of the blueprints from cursed enemies. I think only from the, like, Raven Mask dudes. I think the big guys and the Bell dudes I have. Now, I'm gonna need to hit, like, a few enemies so I can get my throwable object ready. Fuck you! Fuck you! Well, that's a problem. Ow. Well, fuck. He grew big. He grew big. Also, didn't it show? Ah, that was my leg. That hurt. That hurt. I think I pulled a muscle. Didn't it show the hunter grenade thing on the golden explodey bird? But then it said I couldn't get any blueprints from that. That's kind of rude. Right, next time. Not today. Probably Hokuto's bow and the scythe, I guess. Anyway, for now, I thank you for watching. The light sword, yeah. Hyper Light Drift I also kinda still need to play. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look. Yeah, it's from Hyper Light Drifter. I don't really feel that weapon as well. I still need to play Hyper Light Drifter. But yeah, for now, as mentioned, I hope you have a nice evening. I hope you have a nice Sunday tomorrow. I hope you have a good night later on. And, yeah, goodbye for now.